Chapter 31 The Miserable Brahma Heavenly King Dynasty. Brahma Heavenly King is facing inward, and the aura of the supreme power of heaven and earth is overwhelming, covering the entire royal city. The sound is like the great Tao Sanskrit sound, constantly lingering in the space. The creatures in the royal city were all horrified. This, has someone powerful come to the royal city? It seems. The snatchers of Feng Yu Ling are here after all. I'm afraid I can't keep the Phoenix Feather Order of the Brahma Heavenly King clan. The Supreme of heaven and earth has taken action. Who can defeat the Heavenly King of Brahma? Let's go. It's rumored that Supreme can take action. At least the palace will be destroyed, and at worst, the entire royal city will turn into ashes. That's right. Leave quickly. In the palace, above the void, an old man with white hair and beard was suspended in the air. He exuded a faint power of law and looked aloof. In the entire Tianheng territory, those who can establish a country only need the ancient saint, and the dynasty needs to have the immortal saint king. A dynasty requires the supreme power of heaven and earth to be established. An imperial dynasty has one emperor. As for a divine dynasty, it is the number of great emperors, usually 5 emperors. The Supreme Master who came to the Vatican Heavenly King dynasty was an independent cultivator in the 2 counties under the jurisdiction of the Dragon Elephant Emperor dynasty. This type of people are naturally free-spirited and do not want to be bound by any dynasty. Another thing is, at their level, if they want to be promoted to Great Emperor on their own, they don't know how long it will take. When they learned that the Phoenix Secret Realm was about to open, they had no choice but to snatch it without the Phoenix Feather Order. But among the 2 counties, those who have Feng Yu Ling are the Shen dynasty, the Imperial dynasty and the 4 great dynasties. They can't afford to offend the above forces, so only the Heavenly King of Brahma and Yi Chen can do it. But Yi Chen, they didn't have the patience to look for it, so they had to go to Heavenly King without Supreme. Buzz buzz. King Ni and several people from the court were suspended opposite the old man. I wonder why Qi Yi Supreme came to visit. As the leader of a dynasty, King Ni paid a respectful tribute to the old man. This was a sign of respect for the strong. But when the old man, who was called Qie Supreme, saw King Ni saluting, he had a look of disdain. I won't talk nonsense to you anymore. Please hand over the Phoenix Feather token in your hand. When King Ni and everyone in the dynasty heard this, they couldn't help but frown. Because they know that Qie Supreme has a bad reputation within the 2 counties and is a selfish person. Today he came to ask for Feng Yu Ling, and he wouldn't even agree to the dynasty's protection unless he asked for 2 places. At this time, King Ni was a little nervous. After looking around, he saw no other Supremes visiting. He never thought that Qie Supreme would be the only one who came to seek the Feng Yu Ling from Heavenly King. This left him unable to negotiate terms at all. Qi Yi Supreme seemed to understand what King Ni Ren was thinking and burst into laughter. Ha ha. You don't have to wait any longer. The Supremes in the 2 counties who were just about to make a move were all suppressed by me in advance. I know what you are thinking, but unfortunately, I will not give Brahma the Heavenly King any chance. Now you have 2 choices. One is, hand over the Feng Yu Ling and I will leave. The second is, I personally took action to destroy the entire Brahma Heavenly King dynasty and took away the Phoenix Feather Order myself. Quote. Qi Yi Supreme paused deliberately at this point and looked at King Ni Ren and others with an indifferent expression. Their expressions at this time were all reflected in Qie Supreme's eyes, which made him very excited. Because his happiness is based on the pain of others. He even enjoys the moment when people want to kill him, but they can't do anything about him, so they have no choice but to obey in the end. Have you thought about it? Are you going to offer it to me obediently? Or am I going to get it myself? This was Qie Supreme's last ultimatum. King Ni clenched his hands angrily and his face turned red. How he longed to have supreme strength and kill the Qie Supreme in front of him. When everyone in the dynasty saw that their king was forced to do nothing, one of his loyal subordinates couldn't bear it and shouted loudly. Supreme Qie, we respect you as the supreme power. don't go too far. If you want the Feng Yu Ling, it's not impossible. This time when you enter the Phoenix secret territory, you must agree to 2 people from my dynasty. Bang tilde. Ah. There was a roar that made the courtier turn pale with fright, and he couldn't help but take a few steps back. Before the people of the dynasty finished speaking, they were blasted to pieces by Chie Supreme from the air, followed by a sneer. Ha ha, too much nonsense. And King Ni, who saw his subordinates being destroyed, finally broke out. Chie, I respect you as a senior and led my troops to greet you. Since you're attacking someone from my dynasty, don't forget, the Feng Yu Ling is a gift from Brahma. Do you want it just because you say you want it? Today, if you don't give me an explanation, even if Brahma heaven is destroyed, I won't be able to let you get the Phoenix Feather Order. Quote. Very good, then I will satisfy you. Hey tilde. Chi Yi Supreme ducked and came behind King Ni Ren, waving his hand. The power of the 2 laws surged out instantly, sweeping across the 2 powerful ancient saints of the Brahma Heavenly King dynasty. Ah tilde your majesty, help me. Bang, bang. Before King Ni Ren could react, 2 more powerful men from the ancient saints fell. Ah tilde. King Ni roared, his eyes instantly turned blood red, and his figure turned into a thunderbolt and rushed towards Chie Supreme. Boom tilde buzz. Old thief Chie, die for me tilde. HMPH tilde a worm may shake a tree. I will show you today what is the difference between the immortal Saint King and the Supreme. Looking at King Ni rushing towards him, Chie didn't panic at all, he only saw him slowly raising his hands. Suddenly, the color of the void suddenly changed, forming a sea of blood. Wu tilde. The power of the law condensed into a giant bloody handprint in the sea of blood presented in the void. Buzz tilde. Ha tilde. The bloody handprint was extremely fast, and it collided with King Ni Ren's attack in an instant. Rumble. PFFD tilde. With one move, the void rippled, and the strength of 9th layer, the immortal holy king of King Ni Ren, was directly knocked away. The blood spurting out of his mouth drew a red line. Your Majesty tilde. Seeing his king being knocked away, the ancient sage was in a panic, as well as the Gentian old Marquis who had the cultivation of the immortal Saint King. At this time, they finally ignited their bloody passion. Anyway, they were going to die, so they might as well fight for a chance of survival for the dynasty. Then, they rushed forward one by one. Whoosh! Chie, we will fight with you tilde. Ha ha. No matter how many ants there are, he will still be an ant after all. After Chi Yi chuckled, his whole body exuded huge killing intent. Buzz tilde boom tilde. Then he pinched the magic formula with both hands, and a bloody hexagonal star array appeared in the void. Buzz buzz. Countless sword sounds rang out from the formation, and then the shadow of a sword emerged from it. Cut tilde. Whoosh. The bloody sword shadow rushed out of the star array very quickly, and the angry Brahma tribe hurriedly put on defense. Buzz tilde. Bang bang bang. Click. Ah tilde. The shadow of the sword penetrated their defenses and penetrated within a few strokes, causing bursts of screams. Stop it. King Ni looked at his subordinates who were all reduced to ashes, and the roar shook the entire void. The more he behaves like this, the more excited Chie becomes. Ha ha. How can a bunch of ants dare to try to impress me? Chie, don't you want the Feng Yu Ling? Come and get it tilde. Chapter 32 Obtaining the Phoenix Feather Order. Chie, don't you want the Feng Yu Ling? Come and get it. Ha ha. After saying that, King Ni burned his holy blood and forcibly reached the supreme realm half a step before appearing in front of Chie in a flash. When the latter saw this, his heart skipped a beat. He never expected that a little lord of the Brahma Heavenly King would actually choose to blow himself up in order to kill him. Ha ha. Chi, follow me and be annihilated here. Buzz tilde. Shu tilde shu tilde. Seeing the powerful power of the Holy Spirit, mixed with a little power of law, constantly pouring into King Ni Ren's body, The shocked Qi finally became a little scared and hurriedly withdrew the star array and put up a solid defense to protect himself. Go to hell for me. Explode tilde. Buzz, who tilde? No. Your Majesty tilde. There are several ancient saints and immortals and kings in the Brahma Heavenly Kings dynasty, but now only the old Marquis Genshin is left. He wanted to try his best to stop it, but he was unable to do it due to his lack of strength. In the void, King Ni Ren has gathered energy and is about to explode. Suddenly, a voice came from the void. Void, imprisonment tilde. As this sound rang out, the entire space in the palace was imprisoned. Among them was Qi in the void, whose frowning expression was frozen motionless. King Ni's body, exuding violent energy, also froze at this moment. Buzz tilde. However, a wormhole suddenly appeared in the void, and several people flew out on their mounts, suspended in the void and looking at everything frozen here. Haoran, you actually know the laws of space. A beautiful young man sitting on the back of the holy sky dragon lion said in shock. Yes, these people are Feng Haoran and others who came from Yuzhou divine dynasty. The leader, Feng Haoran, ignored Jiang Ruoxian, but waved his sleeves slightly and opened the corners of his mouth. Scatter tilde. Boo tilde woo tilde. As soon as the loose words came out of Feng Haoran's mouth, in an instant, even the energy that King Ni had gathered before had dissipated. Buzz tilde. The space was restored, and King Ni Ren was a little at a loss. Why hadn't his body exploded yet? At the same time, I also found that the strength I had accumulated disappeared. How so? King Ni looked around in disbelief and found that high in the sky, several young men were driving holy beasts suspended. Your Majesty. Old Marquis Genshin was concerned about King Ni, and he finally rushed over at this time. Before, it seemed that the king was about to explode, but now nothing happened, and he couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief. He followed King Ni Ren's eyes and looked up. When he saw Feng Haoran and the others, he hurriedly thanked them. Old man, thank you all for your help. Qie Supreme put away his absolute defense and looked at Feng Haoran and others angrily. At this moment, he was overwhelmed with anger and took a step forward to reach the top. Junior, who are you? Why did you come here to harm me? Ouch. You're the one who calls me, Junior, for my bad temper. Who are you? This divine child is. Feng Yu ordered me to take it, you can get out. Before Jiang Ruoxian could finish speaking, Feng Haoran hurriedly interrupted. He was afraid that Jiang Ruoxian would reveal his identity by announcing his family status. When Qie Supreme heard this, he couldn't bear it. He was the Supreme, but he was looked down upon by a child. However, just when he was about to take action, he remembered the scene where King Ni Ren reported to himself just now. A few young people could actually destroy the self-destruction of the immortal Holy King. When he thought of this, ripples could not help but appear in his heart. These young people must have come from some rich clan to gain experience. If he just retreated, he would be a little unwilling. Suddenly, he had a flash of inspiration and smiled flatteringly. He. Young masters, I am Qi. I was quick to speak just now, please don't blame me. Since you young masters also want the Feng Yu Ling, I can give it to you. But please give me 2 places, gentlemen, because I promised an old friend before, so. My lords, I am King Ni Ren, the leader of the Brahma Heavenly King dynasty. If you can help me kill this person, Ni will offer Feng Yu Ling with both hands. King Ni Ren watched his subordinates fall in front of his eyes, and he felt hatred towards Qi Yi. At this time, he was willing not to give up his quota and protection, but also to let his body perish. Oh tilde. Feng Haoran glanced at King Ni Ren deeply, and finally turned his gaze to Qie Supreme. It seems. I seem to be more receptive to his request. It seems that I have to send you to reincarnation first. Qi Yi sneered at Feng Haoran's words. PFFT. I just see that you look like experienced disciples of a rich clan, so I give you face, and don't want to cause trouble later. Since you even want my life, then, in order to protect myself, I have no choice but to. Whoosh tilde. just when everyone thought that Chie Supreme wanted to take action against Feng Haoran. As a result, while no one was paying attention, he turned into a stream of light and rushed to the other side to escape. Because with his many years of experience, these are definitely the young masters of powerful families. Just the mounts are unique super holy beasts. What's more, these young masters must be surrounded by strong men to protect them. If they don't run away, they will undoubtedly be waiting for death. However, his move made Feng Haoran look confused, and even Ying Yi beside him was a little at a loss. This old man, I was ready to kill him with one move, but he actually ran away. However, since I accept the request of the Lord of Brahma Heavenly King, how can I let you run away? For someone like Qi Yi, it would be too dirty for him to do anything to him personally, so Feng Haoran patted Bai Zai's generous back. "Co Bai, go and kill him." Roar tilde. Bai Zai looked up to the sky and howled loudly. When Feng Haoran floated into the air, his wings trembled. "Hey tilde." Bai Zai turned into a stream of light and rushed forward. Although it allowed the opponent to run for an extra breath, Bai Zai's speed was not comparable to Qi Yi's. In the blink of an eye, it catches up. What? How is it possible? This is actually the sacred beast of the supreme ninth layer of heaven and earth. Ah tilde no. Boom tilde. In the distance, a scream was heard, and then an explosion was heard. In the two counties of Meteor Emperor and Shenxiang, the infamous independent cultivator Chie Supreme came to an end. Feng Haoran stood suspended in the air, and soon he saw a white light flying back. It was undoubtedly Bai Zai. At this time, he had an ancient black space ring hanging on his paw. Roar tilde. Bai Zai came to Feng Haoran, raised his front hooves, and handed the space ring to his master. Feng Haoran's consciousness penetrated in and found that there was nothing worth keeping. Immediately, with a wave of his hand, the space ring was levitated, and finally pushed towards King Ni Ren. The two of them didn't know what the young man in the distance meant, and looked at Feng Haoran with doubtful eyes. Then the latter's voice sounded. "I know that the Phoenix Feather Order is very important to your Brahma Heavenly King dynasty, but I must take this thing away. Come to think of it, that person just killed many of you strong men, so the resources in his space ring should be regarded as my compensation in exchange for the Feng Yu Ling." Quote. No. Young master, you saved the lives of billions of living beings in the Heavenly King dynasty. How can Ni ask for compensation from you? What's more, these gentlemen are still very young, so these resources are even more valuable to you. Quote. King Ni and old Marquis Zhenshen flew to Feng Haoran and handed the space ring back to him. Feng Haoran smiled slightly. To tell you the truth, I don't like the things in this. Now that I have decided to give it to you, take it. Quote. Hearing this, King Ni took a look at the space ring, which contained countless cultivation resources. It is even more abundant and better than the resources in his treasury, but the children's palace in front of him actually looks down on it. This. After he and Lord Zhenshen looked at each other, they both nodded at the same time. Then King Ni would like to thank the young master for the gift. This is Feng Yu Ling. Thanks to the young master for taking action today. I, the King of Ni Ren, hereby swear that if you need Ni in the future, I can send him as you please. Quote. King Ni held a red phoenix feather order with an ancient aura in his hands. He raised his hands high and saluted Feng Haoran at a 90-degree angle. The latter didn't show any pretense. He stretched out his hand casually, and Feng Yu Ling fell into his palm. I have accepted this item. I hope that the resources in that ring can help you, Brahma, return to the dynasty. After Feng Haoran finished speaking, his body floated away and landed on Bai Zai. Go, to the Luofeng Mountains. Roar tilde. Chirp tilde. Ouch tilde. Several holy beasts turned into divine light and rushed towards the sky. King Ni Ren and the others looked at the direction Feng Haoran was leaving in a daze. I didn't expect that a young master from such a wealthy family could have such a side. The performance of Feng Haoran and others refreshed King Ni Ren's view on the geniuses of wealthy families. Chapter 33 The Mysterious Su Luoxuan. In the void of Meteor Emperor County, gorgeous jade chariots have appeared passing through it from time to time in recent days. Everyone in the county knows that this is because the Phoenix secret realm in the Luofeng mountain range is about to open. However, as beings in the two counties, they could only take a look at the opening of such an ancient and powerful secret realm, but were not qualified to participate. At this time, in the void, a golden and luxurious chariot was pulled by 9 adult dragon elephants, running wildly in the void. In the jade chariot, there was a burly young man wearing the emperor's robe. Although his appearance has nothing to do with handsomeness, his face is resolute, with a standard Chinese character face, a pair of thick eyebrows like a brush painting, and there is a heroic spirit between the eyebrows. And he looks extremely decent. This person is the son of the third emperor of the Longxiang Emperor dynasty, Long Shixiang. Since the imperial dynasty owned 2 phoenix feather orders, the 2 emperors' sons led the ministers and heirs to the secret realm. In addition to him, there were 9 young men and women in Long Shixiang's jade chariot. Most of these people were followers of Long Shixiang. There was only one exception, and that was a woman wearing a translucent blue ice silk waist silky dress. The cuffs are wide and the chest is half covered. A pair of slender, white and translucent legs are faintly visible under the skirt. Judging from the figure, this woman is definitely a top beauty, but unfortunately, her face is covered by a veil. Su Luoxuan, the goddess of pumpkins. The woman's name was Su Luoxuan, and her appearance surprised Long Shixiang. Originally, he had arranged for his own people to go, but, the night before departure, the great emperor of the Longxiang dynasty found him and asked Long Shixiang to replace him with a new person, this mysterious girl Su. Why is she said to be mysterious? Because Long Shixiang has never seen this girl since he was a child. He seemed to appear out of thin air, and his father specifically told her that he must take good care of her. As the first person of the younger generation of the imperial dynasty, Long Shixiang is known as the fighting madman. I feel that the woman in front of me is very extraordinary, and I feel that if I were to fight with him, I might not be able to survive even 3 moves. Therefore, he has always wondered why his father asked him to take care of her. He even wondered if he was telling the contrary. Compared with her, I am the one who needs to be taken care of more. But since it was his father's order, he did not dare to ask, so he had to accept it silently. Long Shixiang held a glass of fairy wine and looked at Su Luoxuan with a pair of beautiful eyes. Miss Su, do you want to try the fairy wine? In the jade chariot, except for Su Luoxuan and her maid, everyone respected the Prime Minister Long Shi. He was the only one who spoke to break the silence in the jade chariot. Hearing this, Su Luoxuan turned her head and glanced at Long Shixiang, then turned back without speaking. However, a slight disdain could be seen in her cold eyes just now. This made Long Shixiang a little embarrassed. Fortunately, his character was also relatively forthright, so he didn't take this matter to heart and drank alone. Emperor, who is this woman? She actually asked the great emperor to ask you to replace her temporarily. At this time, a follower came to Long Shixiang and quietly inquired about his identity. If you shouldn't ask, don't ask blindly while. Emperor, we have arrived at the Luofeng Mountains, do you want to go to the ground? Before Long Shixiang finished speaking, a middle-aged general wearing battle armor walked in. As a son of the imperial dynasty, of course he knows that there are many ferocious beasts in the Luofeng Mountains, and it is not suitable to walk in the void for a long time, so, for safety's sake, let's get down to the ground and walk. It's probably only a few days away from the edge of the center. No tilde. After the middle-aged general responded, he walked out, but Su Luoxuan also followed him out at this time. Seeing her getting out of the jade chariot, Long Shixiang remembered his father's words and followed her closely. Mu tilde. The 9-headed dragon elephant roared, pulled the jade chariot and fell to the ground and started running wildly. Su Luoxuan stood on the pavilion of the jade carriage, looking at the scenery of Luofeng mountain range. She, who had always been indifferent, finally saw a hint of joy from the corner of her eyes. Goddess, the scenery here is so beautiful. The maid beside Su Luoxuan, Ziyu, couldn't help but sigh. Well, it's really good. Ouch tilde. Before Su Luoxuan finished speaking, a beast roar sounded from behind the jade chariot. Then, several huge holy beasts invaded with pressure and passed over their heads. These people are none other than Feng Haoran and others who came from the Vatican Heavenly King dynasty. As for Feng Haoran, who was sitting on top of the holy beast Bai Zhe, he instantly felt that the aura of the masked woman in the jade chariot pavilion below was different. Moreover, her strength has actually reached the level of a saint, and her bone age is only 3 or 2 years older than hers. Curious, he couldn't help but take another look at Su Luoxuan, and happened to meet her beautiful eyes. The two looked at each other and gradually moved away from each other until Feng Haoran disappeared. Who is this child? Why does this palace feel a sense of danger? Su Luoxuan muttered in her heart for a while, and then asked Long Shixiang. Third Emperor's son, this time the secret realm is opened. Besides the Divine Dynasty, the Imperial Dynasty and the 4 major dynasties of Yuzhou, are there anyone else? This was the first time Su Luoxuan took the initiative to speak. After hearing this, Long Shixiang pondered for a while. Oh. Rumor has it that the son of the Emperor of the Holy Martial Sovereign Dynasty, who is also under the jurisdiction of the Yushan Divine Dynasty, is called Yi Chen, and he will also participate. There is also the Fan Heavenly King dynasty. I don't know if he can hold on to the Phoenix Feather Order. Quote, a son of the Emperor? No, certainly not him. The strength of those people just now. Except for one immortal King 5th layer, I can't see through the others at all, and it doesn't seem like they used concealment methods. Besides, it should be impossible for a young prodigy of the dynasty to have such a lineup. Su Luoxuan murmured softly, then asked again. Those people who passed by just now, does the third emperor know which force they're disciples of? Well, I don't know about this, but judging from their lineup just now, they should be from the Shen dynasty. But several talented divine children from the divine dynasty, this temple has their information, and looking at the few people just now, it seems that none of them are. Long Shixiang initially thought that Feng Haoran and others were from the Shen dynasty, but he quickly rejected this idea. The Divine Dynasty? No, it's impossible. It seems that this trip to the secret realm is not easy. It seems that there are children who are not weak to the power of my family involved. Quote, Third Emperor, I would like to remind you that if those people just entered the secret realm, it is best not to provoke them. After Su Luoxuan finished speaking, she took the maid into the jade chariot, leaving Long Shixiang with a confused look on his face. Although he is obsessed with cultivation and pursuing power, he also has a very good brain. Uncle Jung, what are the cultivation levels of those people just now? It actually makes her a little afraid. Long Shixiang kept his father's words in mind, not only to protect her, but also to listen to his advice. When his father said this, he could see the awe of Su Luoxuan in his eyes. It can be seen that Su Luoxuan's status is absolutely ridiculously high, and various signs led him to seek confirmation from the guardian Zhongshu. Uncle Jung, the supreme power in the world in the Dragon Elephant Emperor dynasty. Due to Long Shixiang's extraordinary talent, he was the most favored heir of the great emperor, so he was made the protector of the way. Buzz tilde. Suddenly, a figure appeared behind Long Shixiang. After he appeared, he saluted him. Your Highness, one of those young people just now should be the first-generation genius. His strength is in the immortal King 9th layer. There is another young man who controls the holy sky dragon and lion. His cultivation is in the immortal King 5th layer. As for the other 3 people, I couldn't sense them, especially the man wearing a black robe and a mask. Quote, what? There are actually 2 young men that even Uncle Jung can't sense. Could it be that they are hidden using a secret method? However, what makes this palace even more unexpected is that this secret realm actually led the first-generation genius out. Long Shixiang's heart was rippled, and he was pondering how to face them after entering the secret realm. Chapter 34 The secret realm opens and the 4 ferocious beasts awaken. The Luofeng mountain range has recently attracted some of the most talented people among the major forces in the entire Yuzhou. The ferocious beasts that were originally at ease in the mountains fled in terror, even close to the center. But this day, A phoenix cry shook the heavens and the earth. Chirp tilde. The high-pitched phoenix cry penetrated the heaven and earth and wandered throughout Yuzhou. This is. The phoenix secret realm is about to be opened. Unexpectedly, after so many epochs, the remaining power of the ancient emperor's phoenix is still so terrifying. Such a great opportunity. We can only look at it, alas tilde it's sad. I hate it so much. If I can enter the secret realm, I will definitely be able to break through the bottleneck of this realm. Why don't I have a Feng Yu Ling? Damn Yi Chen, he's so lucky. ... As soon as Feng Ming got up, the entire Yuzhou knew that the Phoenix secret realm was about to be opened. Everyone was envious, some were jealous, and there were even voices of reluctance. At this time, in the center of Luofeng mountain range, a dark, mountain-like existence actually moved at this moment. Rumble. Mountain rocks and giant trees rolled down one after another, dust and sand flew up, covering half of the sky. After being immersed for a long time, a sky-shaking beast roared. Ouch tilde. The aftermath of the huge beast's roar directly lifted the dust and sand in the air, revealing an extremely terrifying beast. This orc has the face of a sheep and the body of a sheep. The eyes are under the armpits. The face is fierce and terrifying. It is a Tao Ti. He has the ability to devour all things, and his biggest hobby is gluttony. If he is ruthless, he will not even let himself go. At the same time, other surrounding mountains also began to shake, and soon they also appeared. Qiongqi knows people's words, looks like a tiger, has a pair of wings, is born with likes and dislikes and likes to kill. Yongqiu looks like a tiger but has a human face and has wild boar-like tusks in its mouth. Chaos, with 6 legs and 4 wings, its whole body is red, its shape is like a dog or a bear without claws, and if it has eyes, it is invisible. Although he has an immortal body and displays the aura of a king and domineering king, he punishes good and promotes evil without distinguishing between right and wrong. When they meet good people, they will eat them, but when they meet evil people, they will obey them, so they are called the great evil people by the world. Damn Phoenix, it suppressed us for more than 10 epochs, and now it can't hold on anymore, haha. A ventriloquism-like voice sounded in the Luofeng Mountains, and the person who made this voice was the #1 ferocious beast, Tao Ti. Kill, kill, kill. For more than 10 epochs, I have never killed anyone. My claws need the baptism of blood. Roar tilde. Ouch tilde. The 4 ferocious beasts looked up to the sky and howled at the same time. Their ferocious power shook the sky, and a black cloud instantly filled the sky. Chirp tilde. Suddenly, a phoenix roared, and then a burst of ancient emperor's divine power burst into the sky. Hey tilde. Boom tilde. Just a flash of the ancient emperor's power dispersed the gathering black clouds in the void. The 4 villains suddenly felt another wave of coercion coming over them, and they were furious and shouted in unison. Ouch, woo tilde. Damn it. After so many years, there is still such a huge power of the ancient emperor. Chirp tilde. At this time, a phoenix shadow rose into the sky from the mountains, and then a man's voice sounded. Tao Ti, Qiongqi, Yaoju, chaos, even if I die. My inheritors can also suppress you again, or even kill them. The secret realm. Open tilde. Hey tilde. The phantom of the phoenix sank directly into the mountains, and instantly stirred up a divine light that soared into the sky and was fixed in the void. This is the entrance to the secret realm. It's too scary. Is this the power of the ancient emperor? I didn't expect that the 4 ferocious beasts haven't fallen yet. Feeling this fierce power, I am afraid I will be in the realm of the great emperor. The power of the ancient emperor is truly terrifying. Even the ferocious beasts of 4 great emperors were easily suppressed. The inheritance of this secret realm must be mine. I will uphold the will of the ancient Phoenix Emperor and suppress the 4 evils. ... The geniuses who came to participate in the secret realm were filled with excitement and pride when they saw the power of the ancient emperor, as if they could inherit it. In the distance, there is an ordinary-looking young man, followed by several male and female elders. This person is Yi Chen, who has been in the Luofeng Mountains for a long time. As for the people around him, it was the powerful man who came recently to snatch the phoenix feather token from him. Now, one by one has been suppressed by the ancient emperor soul in his body and has become Yi Chen's protector. Teacher, I never imagined that the ancient emperor's power is so powerful. I must get this inheritance. Yi Chen was no exception at this time, and his heart was full of desire for inheritance. Ha ha, where are you? You have just felt a small part of the power of the ancient emperor. The ancient emperor at his peak state could destroy the world just by raising his eyes. Quote. What? The words of the old man in the ring shocked Yi Chen. Then teacher. Roar tilde. Before he could finish speaking, a beast roar came, headed by a snow-white holy beast. Boy, I didn't expect him to come too. There is an ancient emperor beside this boy. I won't tell you more. After entering the secret realm, you will contact me as your teacher. Quote. As soon as they saw the arrival of Feng Haoran and others, the voices in the ring fell silent. Yi Chen followed the sound of the beast's roar and saw Feng Haoran and Xiao Yuning. Even though they hadn't seen each other for 8 years, Yi Chen still recognized Feng Haoran's growth from a child into a handsome young man. At this moment, hatred could not help but appear on his face. He clenched his fists tightly and his whole body was shaking. He wished he could go up and avenge his shame. With his fierce gaze, Feng Haoran could certainly detect it with his cultivation level. He glanced in the direction of Yi Chen, with an evil smile on his lips. Ha ha! The leaks have grown. Next, I just want to see how far this treasure hunter like you can go. I'm really looking forward to it. Whoosh! Suddenly, 3 figures appeared next to Feng Haoran. These 3 people were the first generation of Tianjiao followers of the Feng clan. It was Feng Jingjin, Feng Xingchen, and Feng Ziyuan who were arranged to hide around Yi Chen. Emperor Monarch. After the 3 people saluted, they reported to him what happened when they entered Yi Chen. ... After a few breaths, Feng Haoran looked at the people around Yi Chen with interest. Ha ha. Are you saying that several people around Yi Chen became his protectors in order to enter the secret realm? Yes, Emperor Monarch. HMPH tilde a few ancient saints, an immortal holy king, and a protector. However, it is a strange thing that destiny also comes with a guardian as standard. It's a pity, even if his ancient emperor soul teacher, A. Speaking of this, Feng Haoran suddenly remembered a serious problem. That is, can the ancient emperor's soul come out of the secret realm? After all, the ancient emperor's protector beside Feng Haoran couldn't get in. What if? Young master, don't panic. The ancient emperor's soul fell into a deep sleep after falling for too long. Now he can only use the power of the Supreme of heaven and earth. With your strength, young master, you can easily deal with it. Quote. Tian Kui's voice suddenly sounded in Feng Haoran's ears, and then he appeared in front of everyone. I thought you wouldn't show up when I came out of the Jiang clan this time. It turns out that you have always been there. Tian Kui smiled at Feng Haoran. Ha ha. As long as the young master doesn't dislike you and nothing happens, Tian Kui will always be there. Chapter 35 Entering the Secret Realm. In the Luofeng Mountains. At this time, in the center of the mountain range, a red divine light seemed to be connected to the sky like a barrier. This is the entrance to the secret realm opened by the ancient Phoenix Emperor, and the powerful geniuses who possess the Phoenix Feather Order are coming here one after another. Suddenly, a dragon roar came. Yin tilde. After a while, 2 jade chariots appeared in the void, and they were extremely extravagant. They used the Kanglong chariot unique to the Yushan divine dynasty. They are the 2 divine children who came from the divine dynasty this time. They each led their own sect of geniuses. Look, it's the jade chariot of the divine dynasty. Ha ha. The divine dynasty is full of magnificence. The 9-headed blue dragon pulls the chariot, TSK. How enviable. I heard that there are 2 divine children in this generation of the divine dynasty who are extremely talented. I wonder if they're them. It goes without saying that the second divine child, Xiao Baichen, is the holy body of Washu swordsman. And the ninth divine child is even more remarkable. He is the holy body of the great wilderness, ranking first in the holy body rankings. Physique classification: spiritual body, immortal body, divine body, holy body, supreme body, and the unique forbidden body. That's right, but I heard that the eldest princess of the divine dynasty is the supreme body. But I don't know why it was born with a defect. If it could be repaired, it would be able to reach 90,000 miles in the future. Quote, yes. I heard about it too. It seems that I was taken away by a mysterious person a few years ago. Yin tilde. While everyone was talking, 2 Kanglong jade chariots were frozen in the void. In the 2 jade chariots, more than 10 people walked out one after another. The leaders were Xiao Baichen, the second divine child of the divine dynasty, and Xiao Jushan, the ninth divine child. Their looks are somewhat similar to spirit partitioning. They are both extremely handsome and exude the noble aura of an emperor. As soon as they got out of the dragon chariot, they glanced at everyone present, and their eyes fell on Xiao Yuning at the same time. His face suddenly lit up with joy and he shouted tilde. Sister. Then, the 2 of them flew away, which made other people present stunned. Divine child's eldest sister. Isn't it the eldest princess? Oh my God. It is rumored that the eldest princess' supreme body is defective and she will not survive the age of 29. Could it be? Yes. Could it be that the eldest princess was cured by a mysterious person? The divine dynasty has the supreme body. What will the other 3 major divine dynasties in Hongyu use to fight against the Yushan divine dynasty from that day on? Yeah, haha. The voices of people from all dynasties reached Yi Chen's ears, which made him even more angry. Xiao Yuning, just wait for me. One day, I, Yi Chen, will make you regret your actions that day. In the distance, Xiao Yuning's 2 younger brothers came, which made her a little embarrassed and couldn't help but look at Feng Haoran. The latter didn't say anything, just nodded and motioned for her to go and get together. After that, she flew over and the 3 of them stood on the ground. Xiao Baichen was overjoyed. Haha, eldest sister, I didn't expect you to be here. Yes. Listen to Father God, haven't you already? Shush. Xiao Jushan was about to tell her about her cultivation level, but was stopped by Xiao Yuning's silence. The former was a little embarrassed, thinking that he had spoken too quickly, but the expression on his face could not conceal his inner joy. Eldest sister, did you accompany that person here? I heard Father God say that his family is stronger than ours. Is this true? Xiao Jushan's voice became very soft this time. Xiao Yuning nodded when he saw his 2 younger brothers looking at him expecting an answer. Yes, it is true, so. You 2 must not be rude to His Highness. Well, we know, Father God has also said it, elder sister, don't worry. The 3 siblings were still chatting, and Feng Haoran suddenly remembered the novel he read in his previous life. Generally, even if they enter this kind of secret realm at the same time, they may not be able to get together. I thought there was a big BCH from Immortal King 5th layer next to me, so. Ruoxian, your strength is too weak. After entering the secret realm, we may not appear in the same place. Let's do this, I'll give you a puppet from the Supreme Realm world to protect you. Quote. As he spoke, Feng Haoran opened his palms, and a black mini-human puppet was suspended in his palms. After Jiang Ruoxian heard this, he felt grateful in his heart, but then he remembered that Feng Haoran was not older than him. The cultivation level may not be as good as his own, so, he didn't collect it, but asked about it. Haoran, how many puppets like this do you have? Feng Haoran heard what he meant and knew what he meant, but this kind of supreme puppet was useless in his hands. If the system hadn't refreshed rewards every day, he wouldn't have had this kind of item on him. Then he smiled at him. Hee. It's just this one. If it's given to you, take it. Don't forget, I still have Bai Zhe. Jiang Ruoxian thought about it, but he still hasn't figured it out yet. How did Feng Haoran's mount be tamed? He asked many times. The former's answer was that he had conquered it himself, but Jiang Ruoxian just didn't believe it. There was nothing he could do without envelope Haoran, and he didn't explain too much. Just after Jiang Ruoxian took over the supreme puppet, a figure suddenly appeared behind him. Buzz tilde. What appeared was a middle-aged man with no hair on his face. His black hair was casually draped, and he was wearing a dark golden divine robe. His appearance was also exceptionally handsome. This person is Jiang Lan, who was sent by Jiang Qingkang to protect him. Your Highness Divine Child. Ha! Uncle Jiang Lan, why are you here? I can tell you that I will not go back with you. Jiang Lan's appearance surprised Jiang Ruoxian, thinking she was here to take him back. He dodged instantly and hid behind Feng Haoran, who was driving by Zhe. However, at this time, Qian Kui's voice sounded. He has been following you since you left the teleportation array. What? Jiang Ruoxian was a little in disbelief, and then thought, since he followed him at that time, he must not be here to catch him. Hey, Uncle Jiang Lan, are you here to protect me? Yes, Your Highness, King Qingkang told me to give you these life-saving things. As he spoke, an exquisite space bracelet appeared in Jiang Lan's hand. At a glance, she knew it was a space treasure above the Emperor weapon. With King Qingkang favoring him, the treasures inside must be worth a lot of money. Jiang Ruoxian smiled and took the space bracelet. He, thank you, Father. Thank you, Uncle Jiang Lan, for sending it in person. Do you want to return to the clan? Whenever the divine child returns to the clan, I will return. After receiving the response, Jiang Ruoxian couldn't help but sigh. Hey tilde, I didn't expect that my father would be so kind to me. Then I will have to trouble Uncle Jiang Lan when I am training. Mu tilde. Before Jiang Lan could respond, a 9-headed dragon elephant pulling a jade chariot quickly attacked from the ground. The visitors were none other than Long Shixiang and others. As soon as they arrived, the barrier at the entrance to the secret realm became even brighter. Buzz tilde. Then a formation disk appeared with 10 formation eyes corresponding to 10 phoenix feather tokens. Look, the entrance to the secret realm has been activated. Come on. I'll choose a formation and use the phoenix feather token to enter. Good. The geniuses in the dynasty couldn't wait any longer, and each threw out the phoenix feather token in their hands. Buzz tilde. Feng Yuling floated autonomously and landed at a formation eye. In an instant, the formation eye opened a door. Rumble. Go. Enter the secret realm. Whoosh. After 10 people entered in a row, the formation eye closed on its own just as the number of people reached the limit. Seeing this, Yi Chen took out the Feng Yuling just like them, and the procedure was the same as before. After seeing the space door open, Yi Chen took the lead and flew in, followed closely by the 9 people behind him. Sister, we are going in too. Xiao Baichen and Xiao Jushan each took their own people and stepped into the door of space. Hurry, Haoran, hurry, don't let anyone snatch away all the treasures inside. When Jiang Ruoxian saw everyone going in, he became anxious. Feng Haoran shook his head and smiled, then threw Feng Yuling out. Then he took 4 followers, Xiao Yuning and Jiang Ruoxian, and flew to the secret territory. But there were only 7 of them in the group. Before entering, Feng Haoran glanced at Long Shixiang and others and said, I still have 3 quotas for my Phoenix Feather order. If there are not enough, you can come here to enter, but there is no guarantee of your life safety. After saying that, he stepped into the door of space.
Thank you for watching. Continue exploring the fascinating world of Chinese novels with us. Hit that subscribe button on Chinese Novel Audiowave to stay updated with our latest stories and never miss out on a great listen.